following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Hump Day here at the Star Frisco. You're looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza outside the Ford Center at the Star Frisco. Man,
yeah,
74 freaking degrees.
Love it.
High today 77, low tonight 68.
Nobody got time for cold and snow. And
Supposed to be 72 tomorrow, 75 on Friday. Then it's going to get a little chilly and get down to 51 on Saturday. Finally start feeling a little bit like fall in December.
Like fall.
Yeah. And Nate, this just in. I just got a push notification on my phone. Top recruit pulls stunner. Number one player in the class of 2020, Travis Hunter, has committed to play for Deion Sanders in Jackson State, backing away from Florida State.
What position is that?
I don't know. Kurt will have to pull it up.
What's his name?
That's your boy, Travis Hunter. Kurt, how are you?
I'm good, man. It's good to see you guys.
You too. Nate, how you doing?
Man, I'm doing super, man.
You know what? You know who our guest of honor is tonight on Cowboys Crosstalk, Kurt?
No, who?
The great 3-time Super Bowl champion, 6-time Pro Bowler, the only man that I know personally that has a sandwich named after him.
And now eating cookies
delivered to him.
Yeah.
The kitchen.
Yeah.
Nate Newton going to be on the show tonight.
We're gonna rock it, man.
All right.
We'll have your buddy Mickey on the show, taking your normal spot.
Yeah.
And then we'll have Reginald Aguilera from 105.3 The Fan. And then we'll always have Alex running the board and Ted Nichols-Payne helping him out on the ones and twos. So
There was Miss Angelina, yeah. Angelina Jolie.
Should be a good show. So tune in tonight because we'll get into all kind of mischief tonight with the great Nate Newton.
Your guy Hunter's a cornerback, just in case you care.
Yeah, I knew that.
I mean, think about it. If you had a chance to learn from one of the best corners to ever play the game, wouldn't you take that opportunity?
I guess so.
But I mean, you're also going from Florida State to Jackson State.
Power 5
as far as exposure.
I looked him up, Shannon.
Yeah.
He wants to play. This is probably why he's going to Jackson State.
Both ways?
He wants to play cornerback and wide receiver.
All right.
Yeah.
There you are.
Okay.
He's a 5-star, so that's
And
huge.
Florida State should have been smart enough to say you can play both.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Jeez.
You were recruited by Florida State. Weren't you supposed to go there?
Yeah, I was supposed to go to Arizona State, man. I'd have been there with Jim Jeffcoat.
Dude, you wouldn't have survived Arizona State.
Why is that, my
That's
friend?
like one of the biggest party schools in the world.
FAMU is second to none, baby.
Nah.
You had some good
Second to none.
You had some good times at
You know,
FAMU?
I think I told my man this right here. What is his name? Isaiah Stanback. We was talking yesterday. And I told Isaiah, I said, I was doing some things to my TV, and he was helping me out. And I said, man, remember that I didn't. I stopped graduating after the 4th grade. They found out I was a great athlete, and they just kept passing me.
Stopped graduating after 4th grade.
You just made it to the next grade.
I just made it to the next level, man.
It was either that or you were such a terror in the classroom that teachers were like, get
you the hell out of here. I don't need him another year.
It's okay, baby. It's okay.
When did you start being a clown? When you were a kid, or did that come later in life?
Oh, man, that came about the 5th or 6th grade. About the 5th or 6th grade. But I was still kind of a closet clown. Then when I got in junior high, about the 9th grade, that's when full blown.
I had to do it because I was so damn small.
Yeah.
Like that was my defense mechanism.
Right,
it was like going at people before they went at me, and then trying to be funny enough to talk my way out of getting my butt kicked every week. That was mine. Why did you become the clown?
Oh man, I was kind of a quiet guy, kind of a loner.
You?
And, I'm still kind of that way.
You
sometimes,
are.
Yeah, sometimes if I don't know a person right away, I look at them crazy. I don't know why. It just happens. But anyway, I was just kind of quiet.
I'm interested to see how Fridays go from here on out.
Well, because if my girl don't show up, what is her name?
Brandy.
If Brandy don't show up, whoever here, I'm just be like,
You shutting down?
shutting down, man. I'm gonna call. They're gonna get mad at me. The person probably cussed me out. Like, my name isn't Brandy. You better not call me Brandy. Cause I'm waiting on Brandy, man. Me and Kurt want Brandy. You.
No, don't lump me in on that.
Oh my God! Oh,
Whatever.
Do you know
I
who's
like
on this week?
I don't. I haven't established that yet.
Brandy. All you gotta do is get Brandy.
Are you pulling out a hat? Is that what we're doing here? Or?
Basically, yeah. I asked who all was interested, and we're going to start with my group, and then we're going to just
Get
open it up. And go
it ain't
from
but
there.
formal games.
I know.
I know, right?
I know. Got to get them in quick.
This show does go in the off season, there, Nate.
Yeah. Oh, you gonna do it in
just
an
once a
off-season?
week. Just
Okay.
once a week, though.
Okay, we can have them on then. We can definitely. Yeah, good thing, Shannon.
Hey, and what are we doing next week, Chris? Is there a show on Friday? We off Friday?
I think we're off
don't-
on Friday.
yeah, I don't think
believe
there's-
so. That's Christmas
Eve.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think-
it's.
I think Derek said no shows Christmas Eve, but possibly shows New Year's Eve.
Okay, so Thursday we will have a show. So Thursday will be our Friday.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, we got a game. Excuse me. Excuse me.
All
I'm
right,
sorry.
puberty.
The game. I almost came with something. Thank God when you said puberty. Thank God.
Back in the day, Nate Newton would have come back.
I had some.
Or if the microphone would have been off.
Don't make me edit this show.
Wow. But hey,
Whose show do you have to edit more than anybody else?
I haven't had to do it in a while.
No?
There was a couple last year.
So everybody's behaved for the most
Everybody's
part?
behaved, yep.
Well, you know what? There's been some wild stuff being said in the media the last couple of days. Jerry said you could call Dak being in a slump, and Coach said no.
Yeah.
And then I guess Steven said that they're evaluating left guard.
Yeah.
Considering Connor Williams for the stretch run.
Yeah. There's a lot of movement going on there.
What do you think about
that? Was
that?
what I was going to bring up yesterday at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Was what's going on there, Nate? We need to continue.
I just would hope. Excuse me. I just hope we would get one guy at the left guard, whether it's Connor, McGovern, or Williams, and let's roll with it. Either it's the right tackle, let it be one guy. Let's just roll with it and put together a game plan because everybody.
I think that's what Steven was saying. You got 4 games now. It's time to lock it in.
Thank you, man. And I think that's just a smart thing, but it's hard. It's hard to put your finger on what this team is thinking. I was even telling Mick, I'm like, we overblowing. You have 35 carries, 122 yards, and everybody. Oh, we couldn't run the ball. Okay, you're going against two good 3 techniques or one technique, depending on your offensive formations, and you still got 122 yards, be it whoever ran the ball. And I'm like, well, what about these teams that don't have these so-called great backs? What about these teams that don't have these so-called great offensive lines? How do they continue to do it? Mm-hmm. How do you be in the top part of this league without top sack rushers? It's called scheming. It's called coaching. We placing the blame on one set of guys or a group of guys, and the blame is with everybody, from the head coach down to the field goal kicker. And I'm not saying for some field goal kickers are very important, but in my eyesight, they're just kickers. They're not even football players. Anyway, I'm just gonna I'm consistent. But anyway, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Now we playing musical chairs with our offensive line, but every game, instead of trying to get some type of rhythm, some type of continuity, now you just throwing them in and out. That's not a very good thing.
Is it fair to? I mean, it's probably not fair to single out McGovern as a problem, but I mean, you look before he became the starter, we were averaging 434 yards a game and 31.5 points. Since he's become a starter, we've averaged 353.3 yards and 24 points.
Did that coincide with probably the quarterback?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at Dak's numbers before the calf injury and after the calf injury. The Athletic today, Bob Sturman, the Athletic, has a great kind of breakdown of what Dak has done before the injury and after the calf injury, and it's pretty big difference. I mean,
Yeah, and along with the change of the left guard, along with the start playing musical right tackles, all seemed like everything fell out of sync.
right.
And this is where your offensive coordinator, your offensive line coach got to get together and say, okay, these are the protections to what you want blocked. Do we have a protection for this for what we want blocked? You got to start using this talent, man, quicker. If you look at games where, and I'll give you an example. 2 years ago, Aaron Rodgers came in here without wide receivers. Devontae Adams and the other kid were hurt. He came in here with tight ends. We didn't even know their names. And Jones, the running back. And he threw the ball maybe 30 times for about 18 or 20 completions to tight ends and to running backs. Their offensive line was beat up. Okay, we got better wide receivers than what this guy had.
Yeah.
Why we can't do the same? Why? It just baffles me to have these three guys that we all think legit. Now, if I'm wrong, now just tell me. That we all think legit wide receivers. Their one cannot cover our one. They two definitely cannot cover our two. And our three is way more outstanding. All our 3 and 2 has to do is be more consistent with the intermediate passes or the short passes. Don't drop them. And we gonna knock some folks out. If I'm the wide receiver coach, I'm landing on them every week. We win or lose with y'all.
With the receivers.
Yes, we win or lose until you get some type of continuity on the offensive line, which we know who they are. Mm-hmm. They're average guys right now, especially when 77 is out. You're an average team, offensive wise. Okay, it's up to the offensive coordinator, and we went through this yesterday, and I'm glad to go through it every day because we are making this too hard. We are making this too hard. Help our quarterback make the right decision. Help our quarterback.
Has that been a problem here lately? Dak isn't making the right decisions?
He ain't making the right decisions, man. I've never seen Dak throw a screen and throw into 5 opposite color jerseys. Mm-hmm. I've never seen him. Out of all the times we've been here, I've never seen him do that. I've never seen him stop in the middle of a route when he's pulling out. And the tight end probably could have did something a little bit different, and helping his guy not fall into place. But Holcomb just fell right into just blatant, wide open interceptions.
Yeah.
So now you take some of the decision-making process out. Okay, these are the 2 reads we need. If there's not open, boom, boom, boom. If they're not open, get rid of the ball.
Yeah.
And just start from ground one. I mean, you got 4 games to get this right. Because if you don't get it right and you run into Green Bay and you run into the Tampa Bay Bucks and they say, okay, you ain't running the ball. Okay, what are we going to do, just quit?
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things right now. I mean, they're not respecting the run anymore, the Cowboys' run. I think that right now Pollard's facing 8-man fronts 19% of the time. Zeke's only 17% of the time, which is pretty far down the list. I mean, you get some guys, most of the big backs are facing it 20-something% of the time.
And what they're doing now is saying, we're not going to let you throw long.
Right. They're dropping more into coverage.
Yeah, we're not going to let you throw long. Okay. I'm quite sure they got the same information you have. How do you make the adjustment? Okay, we got to have cleaner, crisper, shorter routes, more precise route running, to make sure we giving everybody an opportunity. You can still shoot guys up the seam and bring things underneath. There's crossing routes. And I'm not saying they probably – you think they're setting up the league, or maybe we just sitting here saying, wow, but clearly something wrong.
And you okay there, man? We haven't heard from you in a while.
Because you won't shut up. You ain't stopped asking questions. So I'm just like, I'm going to look on my phone. Go ahead, Kurt.
You pulling a big dude on the crosstalk.
I mean, Kurt just like taking over the show. Go ahead.
Sorry,
I mean, we needed to go to a break 2 minutes ago, but I'm not going to interrupt
break.
you, Kurt.
Let's do
No.
break.
What do you want to talk about when we get back?
I'll ask when I get back.
What is it? What's teed up?
Given that the last 3 games are against Washington, Arizona, and Philly, got the next 2 division rivals, and one of the best teams in the NFC, is this Giants game a get-right game. You got to get right against the Giants.
Next.
That and more on Kurt's Corner on Hanging with the Boys. We'll be right back.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Brace yourself for an existential question. Has your butt been having enough fun lately? Have you been treating it well? Has it been going places? If not, then it's about time you start using SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the best way to get your butt tickets to live events. Just ask the thousands of other butts who have rated it the #1 ticketing app. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now or visit SeatGeek.com to get tickets to sports, concerts, and live events and make your butt happy. SeatGeek. Get your seat in a seat.
How great would it be to travel to watch the Cowboys win on another team's turf? Pretty great. But honestly, just watching the game from anywhere but your house would be fun. Even a hotel bar with some guy named Phil from St. Louis who thinks Oakland still has a team. So whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com. Proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, Cowboy fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit CowboysTravel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience the best sports venue in the world, AT&T Stadium. Also, tour the Star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all your travel needs. Visit CowboysTravel.com to book your package today.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
In this corner, we have the kitchen, Nate Newton. And in this corner, we have Beanpole Brown, Kurt Daniels. Your favorite WWE superstars return to AT&T Stadium for WrestleMania on Saturday, April the 2nd, and Sunday, April the 3rd, 2022. Tickets are on sale now. Get yours before they sell out. Visit SeatGeek.com, the official ticketing provider of AT&T Stadium.
Who are you in this scenario?
Me, I don't know. I'm the ring announcer. I'm Bruce Buffer. I like the way he announces UFC. Have you ever watched UFC fights?
No, I haven't heard him.
You talking about
Bruce Buffer?
He's like a psycho.
Is he in the family business there? Is that related somehow?
It's Michael Buffer's brother.
Okay.
So, but he's a lot more active than Michael Buffer now.
So what's up, Beanpole?
Beanpole Brown. Beanpole Brown. Hey, if the playoffs started today, this is according to CBS.com, CBSSports.com, Green Bay would have the first round bye. Washington would play at Tampa Bay. San Fran would play at Arizona. And the Rams would play at Dallas. So I want to, in the next segment, I want to get to Kurt's question, but think about it. Out of all those teams, let's go through and list the order of who you would rather face.
Let me say something right quick.
First.
Can I say something? I'm going to say something real quick.
Say it. Say it.
We don't have.
Say it before Kurt starts talking.
We don't have our boy Jesse here.
Yep.
And I'm not going to call him the juices and all of this right here.
Booty juice.
But boys, it's just hard looking at this film. So
of Washington.
So if y'all want to know a breakdown, listen to one of the other shows to get a breakdown of the Giants.
Too boring for you to
watch.
They
got a Z E Z. I can't even get close to the back to the last name. It's a linebacker, number 51. He had 7.5 sacks. That is the only thing they got on defense because Leonard has been put on COVID. Is him right or is he hurt, Chris?
I believe he's hurt. He hurt his elbow.
His elbow. Yes, thank you. You told me that yesterday. I think. Yeah. Thank you. And so that's all I'm looking at the film, and that's my Giants report. But I want to play your game. Go ahead on, Shannon.
Well, tied with Washington at 6-7. I guess Washington owns all the tiebreakers, but listen to this mess. Tied at 6-7 is Minnesota, Philadelphia, Atlanta, New Orleans, and then right behind them at 5 and 8 is Carolina and Seattle.
Wow.
So you got a log jam there. So really, any of those teams,
if one of those teams just went out, they can get
probably
in the playoffs.
in. Yeah. So anybody's who would have thought Seattle would even be in the conversation?
Or Atlanta, they were.
Yeah.
I mean,
and they're tied with Washington. That's
so who's
crazy.
the top one out of all of them? It started today. Who would be the top guy?
The top guy would be in the NFC would be Green Bay, Tampa Bay, Arizona, Dallas, the Rams, the 49ers, and the football team.
I'm telling you something.
Who do you least want to see? I can tell you mine. I told y'all mine at the beginning of the year. Mine is still the same. I don't want any part of Aaron Rodgers. One leg, 9 toes, 8 fingers.
No, but if we play, we would have a home field advantage the first game
against the Rams.
Who would be the?
Against the Rams, and then they reseed. Don't they reseed after the first round?
Yeah.
So if you beat the Rams, if San Fran or Washington won, you would host them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then,
but if they lost,
you play Green Bay and Green Bay.
You go to Green Bay. Yeah.
Man,
I don't want a part of that, man. Who
Who
would you least rather face? Tampa, Arizona, or Green Bay? Kurt.
Well, I think Tampa's still pretty scary, and with Brady back there, I mean, obviously, Rodgers seems to have our number through the years, but I don't know. Still going to Tampa Bay, that's going to be.
I'd rather go to Tampa Bay than go to Green Bay.
Yeah,
I have PTSD from the last time they were up there. Like I don't want any part of Aaron Rodgers. I have seen that movie, read the book, subscribed to the miniseries.
And you know what's amazing is you watch movies, and you watch these horror movies, and and the star has the same dream and wakes him up or wakes her up every time until they conquer it. They have to conquer that dream.
You got to be able to wake up from the nightmare.
Yeah, and so when
sometimes you can force yourself to wake up. Sometimes you just can't get out of it.
Yeah,
we can't get out of Green Bay.
Do you think we'll ever wake up and conquer that dream?
I don't know. I don't even know if I want to.
Can we get some calls on that? Can we get some calls on? Who do you rather face? And name the big 3 again, if you don't mind.
Green Bay, Arizona, or Tampa. Well, it's Green Bay, Tampa, and Arizona. That's the way they're ranked.
Yeah.
Like I think.
Wow.
I don't think people know enough about Arizona.
No, they don't. They don't. They lost to doozy. That was a game.
That was a hell of a
well
game.
played. Did you see any of that?
I didn't see that.
Oh man. Oh, that was a game.
That was a good game.
Yes, sir.
Did the Rams look legit?
Number 99. He opened the game up.
99.
He opened the game up with a sack.
Did he?
And then Von Miller looks good.
He come.
Cooper Kupp looks unstoppable. Like I don't know how you
He
cover
had
that
some
guy.
moves. Now you liked it the touchdown on the touchdown. I liked it a couple of plays before that where he was running, spent out of one play. Guy came from out of nowhere. He thought.
Did a high kick look like a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader through his leg?
I'm telling you, man, that was
his leg.
nice. I'm like, yo, that I told my wife I bumped. I said, hey, that right there was hard to do because this dude just knew he was going to take his legs out. Oh,
you gotta be able to tackle when you play that team.
So the deal, what's going to end up happening?
And OBJ looks like
Chris has something to say.
Go ahead, Chris. What's up? Sorry.
I was going to say what's going to end up happening is if you don't beat Arizona, you're going to be facing the Rams. If you beat Arizona, you're going to end up facing San Francisco.
So you almost
Chris calling this thing, man. We got any callers on this, man?
You almost don't want to beat the Rams. I mean, beat Arizona, right? You kind of would rather
San Francisco.
I would rather have San Francisco first round.
Well,
then you got to go the next round.
You got to beat Arizona. You get San Francisco. If you don't beat Arizona, you get the Rams.
As of right now, all that can change,
right now,
right?
it could change.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, take some call. Grab some people.
Yeah, man, that right there, man. I would like to hear that.
Nah, because you got to tell them what we're asking. That's all we can talk about. We can't talk about anything else.
Nah.
Just they get one question. Kurt, what was your question before he gets to the phone?
Oh, well, we were just leading up to the playoffs, and you got, the Washington again, tough division rival, Philadelphia again, tough division rival, and you got Arizona mixed in there too. This game against the Giants, you should kill them. Is this the get? You better. Is
this the drugstore?
Yeah.
This is
this the pharmacy?
This is Pharmacy Hill.
What
man.
happens if you go out there and win ugly again?
You know what? You know what? Me and Nick, your neighbor, we kind of on the same page.
Say that out loud again.
We're on the same page when it comes to winning. And when it comes to all-out winning,
except moral victories.
No, that's losing. Moral victories only come
to
from
him. I almost destroyed the show last week by bringing that up.
Moral victories only.
I'm glad he's not here.
Talked about when you lose. They never talked about when you win. Right. But anyway, they have to win this game, and you would like to see improvement, but more importantly, win the game.
That's the thing. I mean, they have to win the game.
Yes, they have to win the game.
Do they have to win the game in dominant fashion?
Like Shannon Way, just ripping them apart? I would like for them to do that.
What if they get out there and ding-dong around
and win by ugly. 1 point?
Win ugly.
Did you say ding-dong or bing-bong? Bing-bong!
Either one.
Bing-bong or ding-dong?
We'll take either one.
You don't know what bing-bong is? Oh, my God. I'll show you the video on the break.
Okay.
It's the new thing.
I saw them saying it. I just didn't know what it is.
I'll show you the video.
That's a group or is that a song?
Yeah,
No,
I don't know it either.
It started off as a TikTok thing.
Okay, all right.
And then now it's become like this thing, and like a couple of our players are latched onto it, and the whole internet's going crazy over it. It's actually really funny. So, Chris, you got a call?
Yeah, I got Brando in Rio Rancho.
Brando in Rio Rancho. Question is, Brandon, who do you not want to see in the playoffs right now? Green Bay, Arizona, or Tampa Bay?
All right. First of all, it took me 2 years to get through.
Oh, welcome to the show, man.
Now you got 15 seconds.
2 years. Oh no, Chris! Don't start my time until now.
Yeah.
Okay. One, I don't want to see. I don't want any part of Rodgers either, because that man that's a long-haired man possessed.
Yes.
And there's no other way around that. Okay. My other point is, you're talking about UFC. I want to see the Cowboys turn into Nick Dennis. He absolutely pounded out a fighter named Joseph not Joseph Benavidez, but you have to look it up. Standing on the ground, elbows, just puts the guy out. That's how the Cowboys need to be for the rest of the season, okay? And then the last point I want to say is, I have to agree with Nate. Yesterday, you said Dak has to keep it simple. KISS mentality. He needs to go back to rookie Dak. He needs to go back to saying, if it's not there, I got to throw it out. I got to get rid of this ball. And he needs to get back to basics, okay? So I want to thank you all for letting me on the show again. That fight again, the UFC fight, look it up, Chris. Joseph Sandoval, Nick Dennis, and that's what we want the Cowboys to be.
Glad you made it through, man. Thank you for listening. Nice. Thanks for being persistent.
And you're welcome.
We appreciate it. You gave him more than 30 seconds.
Yes, I did.
What do you think? We've talked about Dak keeping it simple. What do you think about, some people are saying Dak needs to run more? That aspect of the game is gone, and that threat.
Does Dak need to run more? All that and more when we come back for our last segment of Kurt's Corner on Hanging with the Boys.
Brace yourself for an existential question. Has your butt been having enough fun lately? Have you been treating it well? Has it been going places? If not, then it's about time you start using SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the best way to get your butt tickets to live events. Just ask the thousands of other butts who have rated it the #1 ticketing app. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now or visit SeatGeek.com to get tickets to sports, concerts, and live events and make your butt happy. SeatGeek. Get your seat in a seat.
It's game day. You know what that means. First, kebab prep. Steak, pepper, onion, steak, pepper, onion. Next, a counterclockwise lap around the room. Now the lucky grease-stained jersey goes on. And lastly, the dance. You know the one. This is a game day ritual no matter where you are. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com and keep the tradition alive and well. Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
At AT&T, everyone, new and existing customers, get our best deals on every smartphone. Why? Because you deserve it. For turning your living room into your office and your gym. For teaching grandma how to video call. And teaching her again.
It's the button on your left, Nana. Okay, your other left.
It's not complicated. Everyone deserves something new. So AT&T is giving everyone, new and existing customers, our best deals with every unlimited plan on every smartphone, even the latest ones.
AT&T may temporarily slow data speeds if the network is busy. Restrictions and exceptions may apply.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, It will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo quiero guacamole.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Speaking of Dak Prescott, he is our nominee for Walter Payton Man of the Year, and it's presented by Nationwide. That recognizes NFL players for outstanding community service activities off the field and excellence on the field. Help Dak earn a $25,000 donation to his Faith, Fight, Finish Foundation by voting on Twitter. Tweet hashtag WPMOY Challenge followed by Prescott through January 17th. Vote Dak. Also today, Pro Bowl voting on Twitter counts double. So go get your favorite Cowboys players.
How long does that last?
Into the Pro Bowl. I think 2 days, today and tomorrow, if I'm not incorrect. I think that's the last 2 days of fan voting, and then you have the coaches vote and the player vote. So who do you think is the most deserving? Give me 3 guys you think should make the Pro Bowl off of their performance on the field.
Well, Micah and Diggs are the low-hanging fruit there. They've got to be in there, right? And then after that, Zach Martin, he's always in the mix. Maybe CeeDee Lamb, yeah.
Who would you put in there, Nate?
Michael, the right guard, and Diggs.
Who about you, Chris? Who you got?
I'm kind of the same with Nate.
Yeah.
The guard, obviously, and then Diggs, obviously, because he leads the league in interceptions, which is pretty impressive, and then
Michael.
the bazooka.
I love Diggs, but I might, and probably just because my expectation or my who is this guy at the beginning of the year and what he's done, I may put Jaron Kearse in there instead of one of those guys.
You know who another guy I think should go in there?
Who's that?
Which is not fan voted on, I don't believe, is CJ. CJ Goodwin, special teams guy.
Yeah. He's super underrated.
You have to promote. Yeah. You have to do a hell of a job of promoting that. So you have to talk about that now and don't stop talking. Like the guy from New England, they talk about him and don't stop talking about it.
Yeah, but the special teams guy comes from the players and the coaches.
Yeah, I know.
Fan votes,
but still, you have to talk about them.
Right.
You have to. Special teams are now becoming a big part of us this year.
Yeah.
Last year it wasn't. It was just a disaster. Coach trying to set it up. Now he set it up. Now you got to start talking. I'm serious, and it'll trickle to everybody. And I know it ain't got nothing to do with the fans, but it's something about putting names out there.
Yeah.
Can I give you another one?
Yeah.
Who is that?
Anger, the punter.
I was just saying, punter might be
Anger's.
Now you know what?
Leading the league.
This dude has kept us in some games. With his
you're right
field.
about that.
Woo, this dude has kept us. You know what?
They don't return many punts. The opposition, whoever we're playing, they don't have many punt returns.
Man, hey, that dude can put it down, man.
I was surprised to hear that punt return in Chicago, the Green Bay Chicago punt return. I can't remember the guy's name who did it. That was the first in the
first one this year
in the league.
Yeah,
all year.
first.
He went down.
First punt return
he set
for a
him up
touchdown.
pretty too.
Was fast.
He went to the right and he switched that thing, came back to the left. Look, dude, about 5'7", about your size, Shannon.
I know. Remember what CJ said. And for those of you watching the game at home this week, pay attention on punts because it happens. It's a lot easier to see at field level. And Chris will probably tell you this too. Every time one of those guys, either going to be him or Fat, Man Fat, Kelvin, it's going to be one of those guys runs, and they usually lose their footing because they're trying to contain, but you'll see them swipe at their leg. And now I know why, because CJ said they try to get them on one leg because it totally makes sense. Yeah. That split second where they lift one foot up, they got to go the other direction. Wow. So then it gives you that little bit of edge. So watch this week whenever they fly around the ball. A lot of times they'll slip because they're trying to take that hard angle.
They torque out.
But they're trying.
Yeah, they torque
out of spin out. But then they swipe at the foot. So that makes – I didn't know that.
I wanted to ask CJ this, and maybe you can answer this. I always thought he talked about he's in the middle of the field on the kickoffs, get those speed guys going down. I always thought the speed guys were on the outside.
The speed guys are on the outside to contain. to make everything go back inside. But sometimes guys like to put their speed guys in there because you can disrupt the blocking pattern. You want a wave coming back, and if you can disrupt it, just like an offensive line, you want a wave coming. If you can get somebody to disrupt it and make it disjointed, somebody to fly through, man, because now that's where you get your holdings at. That's where you get a lot of your holdings
Somebody
at.
get you turned.
Yeah, now you're trying to run and chase. That's ugly, man.
What was your question, Kurt, about Dak?
Well, you just heard a lot of people talk about that he hasn't been a threat to run anymore. So is that affecting the RPOs and the play, all this other things? I mean, is he a guy? Obviously, you want him to be careful, but we've seen some instances where it looked like he could have picked up the first down. He could have gained a few more yards.
No, it didn't look like it, Kurt.
No?
Just go on and call it. He could have got the first down.
Oh.
And that's what I'm talking about is you can run without trying to be a hero. Just get what you can get and get out.
Yeah.
But don't. I mean, and it's hard to be critical of somebody that you just totally sold in on. I'm totally sold in on Dak, but something is not right. When you sit there, it's 4 yards right here for the first down, and and all of a sudden you get a sack for 1 yard, loss or whatever. People are like, oh, well, offensive line. No, bro. Did you just not see it with 4 yards to get a first down right here? And he could have easily made it, or he could have just, tossed the ball out of bounds. I mean, and I know it ain't as simple as that because I ain't never had guys my size coming at me trying to pass the ball. So I'm not saying it's easy. Mm-hmm. But some of the things, Dak is going backwards with me, and that should never happen with a guy of his caliber. He should be always going forward, even when he have a bad game.
Do you know how scary this team will be if he figures this out? And you got 4 weeks to figure it out, right? Which is plenty of time, right?
Yeah.
Which almost, if you think about it in a weird way, you always talk about there's 4 weeks of film, right?
That's right.
It's almost, if you start figuring it out this week, then it's almost perfect timing. You got everybody back last week. Now Randy's got a game under him. Neville's got a game under him. Get back in, give him a week or two more of conditioning, and everybody should be physically right on defense, right?
Yeah.
Then if Dak starts figuring this out, whatever's going on with him, and Kellen figures out what we get
a solid offensive line play,
and you get some consistency there, like nobody's going to want any piece of this team.
Yeah.
Like, because the defense is going to – you always say it, defense travels.
Yes, it does.
So if your offense can just get you 24 points, I feel really good about this team. But you got to get there, I think, offensively. Whatever's going on, you got to figure it out. If it's, Zeke, if it's Tony Pollard, you got to get them back to being healthy. You got to get Kellen's got to figure some things out, I think. I mean, I'm not everybody's all down on Kellen and down on Dak right now. Like, I'm giving them benefit of the doubt. Like, I think they're going to figure it out.
Yeah. That's me. Like,
I'm going to choose to think they're going to figure it out. That's what I'm going to choose. I'm going to
If you don't believe, stop. Okay? Wow, man. Wow.
I have to believe they're going to figure it out. I have to believe.
I just believe that they got too much Nussmeier, Coach McCarthy. Those guys been there, filming. They've been there on a high level.
Mm-hmm.
They have to figure it out. They have to. And one thing, if I can just make a small suggestion, take away some of the decision making. Make some plays. This is how we doing it.
Don't make Dak think. Just go do it, right?
Yeah, just let him react. Just let him play. This is how we doing it. And we're gonna do it quickly. And see, this is one thing, and I hope the fans are listening because the media. And I hate to call my compadres because I'm calling myself stupid. This is what bothers me.
Called us stupid, Shannon.
When if they bring 2 tight ends, they know you're gonna run the ball. Oh, if you put this guy over here, they know what you're gonna do. No, what you're telling them is we better than you, and what we do through technique and great preparation, we still gonna beat you because it settles our team. More than worry about what you gonna do, I got to make sure I'm right. See, that's what the Cowboys have to do. Make sure you're right. Before you try to, oh man, well we better the triple blitz Lindy. Come on, man. Make sure you're right, and then you can start worrying about other things. If you don't never get self right, and that's the thing that's getting me is another thing. We have to have a tight end that's going to at least get in the way and try to block. See, people want to blame everything on offensive line. The better teams have average offensive lines, but they have a more than willing and capable tight end to block. You know, the guy for San Fran ain't no joke when it comes to blocking. Yeah. The guy from Kansas City ain't no joke when it come time to blocking. We got that's what we're missing is a willing and able tight end who can block some people. So now you can get these guys out on the edge. And I ain't talking about Zeke. I'm talking about using Tony Pollard when he was healthy in the right fashion. Get those guys on the outside. But you have to have a willing and able blocking tight end. And so what if they know?
Is that something that has changed with Schultz?
He's not the same guy. Mm-hmm. Before, see, this is the issue you have. When that's all our man did, because we had Blake and we had other guys, well, he knew, like, if I wanted some playing time, I'm about to get in here and battle these crazy guys. Yeah. Well, now he's our number one pass-catching tight end. So it's obvious when he missed a block now. It's more obvious, like, oh, my God, what is and I'm not – and I guess that's the nature of the beast, but then that's where the coach have to say, oh, okay, we got to do this. And I guess that's why Steele is our extra guy now. You know.
Oh, the jumbo package.
Yeah.
Eligible guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which has worked. So.
Yeah.
Now, did they Lyle is not suspended.
Nope.
And this is what made me laugh is when he threw that half lazy left, I'm like, what? So we needed something to talk about because people were saying I'm like, he's not getting suspended for that.
Half lazy left. When he threw the punch?
Yeah, I mean, come on, man.
Did he throw a punch?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Man, it was so slow and so lazy. My grandmama was sitting back.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Did you ever have to do that for Troy?
Oh, I didn't have to.
No.
They already knew. Oh, they already knew.
Eric Williams and you and Larry Allen.
Let me tell you something, man. They already knew.
I was glad. I was glad to see that, man. After what they did to Andy Dalton last year.
Andy Dalton ain't recovered from that yet.
And they just looked at him. And there were 2 or 3 guys within 5-10 feet of him just kind of like, oh, damn, that looks like I got hurt.
You think I'm going to re-sign with the Cowboys? They don't even care about me.
Yeah, they didn't even pick me up. Like, nobody even came over and took a knee by me. Like, I was dead. And, like, I was glad to see that. I needed to see that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was the punch might not have had any
and
effect,
I tell you what,
the action did.
Next week, that game might get ugly because these teams, I don't think these teams like each other, man, because they were chirping before the game a little bit. They were chirping during the game.
Sweat.
Like, that game there might be some violence in that game.
It'll be tough.
Sweat, man.
All right, fellas. Kurt, good seeing you.
Yes,
Nate,
sir.
good seeing you. We'll be back tomorrow. Chris, thanks for keeping us on the air.
Jesse, we thinking about you, baby. We got your share, but we'll be filled come Friday.
We'll see you soon. Yes, Friday. Special guests. Tune in to see who it is.
My light-skinned woman coming back.
Tomorrow, what are we doing tomorrow? Cowboys defense?
Okay, we talked about the defense, remember? Number 51.
New York offense. That'll be a quick conversation. Maybe we'll take calls tomorrow.
They don't even talk about the number 1 running back no more.
Saquon?
I forgot he was even on the team. Wow.
Yeah. Will, thanks for keeping live stream.
We're going to beat you just for getting rid of Jason. We're going to crush you.
Oh, and tune in tonight
Revenge
for Hanging with the Boys.
Revenge for Jason. That's what my man.
Hanging with the Boys 2.0. Nate Newton, our special guest on Cowboys Crosstalk. On 105,
that is right, man. Yeah.
105.3 The Fan.
Big money tonight from $10 to $20.
All the Cowboys channels. Watch it on the streams. Me and Nate will be cutting up. Maybe Mickey will let us talk tonight. We'll tune in to see.
Good luck.
It's been the number 1 people show, Hanging with the Boys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!